Hello! Today we are going to read a book about subtraction, which is our new math concept we've been learning about. And we're going to read a book called Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons. This book's a little bit beat up, isn't it? It must have had a lot of use. All right, Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons, written by Eric Litwin, art by James Dean. Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much he sang this song. First, let's count his buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4. He sang, my buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, one of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? Let's count them. 1 popped off. Now there are 1, 2, 3 buttons left. 3! 4 minus 1 equals 3. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing this song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 2. 2. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My button, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. Pop! Oh no, the last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 0. 1 minus 1 equals 0. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt. And what do you think he saw? His belly button! And he kept on singing his song. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We keep on singing. Oh, let's see, my page got wrinkled. Buttons come and buttons go. The end. That was so fun reading about Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. Pete the Cat's so cool, he never gets upset, does he? No, he keeps on being happy. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next subtraction video. Bye-bye.